message for someone.
It'll take a brave or a stupid journalist to ever hack a phone again. But international fraudsters are just getting started. Their motive not snooping, but stealing millions of pounds of other people's money.
You are about to be connected to a paid service. You will be billed at international rates for consuming this service.
Their victims are often low-key. No big banks, no multinational corporations. Instead, they single out places like this, a small corner of rural North Yorkshire, and its unsuspecting local council. The hit happened on Christmas Day. People were busy tucking into their turkey dinners. Too busy, in fact, to notice they were being ripped off by a new breed of international phone hacker. The target was the district council, one of hundreds of victims across the UK, of a new scam that's worth £1 billion a year. For 48 hours, the council's business centre was hemorrhaging cash across 3 continents. Attackers had hacked its phone exchange, forcing it to dial thousands of premium rate numbers. Numbers operated by the hackers themselves, each call netting them as much as £10 a time. So the profits soon mounted up, as did the council's phone bill.
They got into the system and were dialing out to countries such as Ethiopia and Pakistan, Bosnia, on a premium rate.
So how much were you hit for?
£30,000 that is public money and has to be paid by the taxpayer.
So why didn't you just not pay?
We obviously have this contract with our communications people, and they tell us that they'd actually had to pay the bill to BT and we were liable.
Because the moment the money goes abroad, there's no way of clawing it back, as a council in South East England discovered when they were taken for £100,000 in just 5 days. Azuri Communications are specialists in keeping the hackers out, so they know all about the tricks they use. So how, as the hacker, do you get into the phone system?
Okay, that's very simple. You just need a telephone and you can dial in. So I'm going to telephone into an exchange that we've got set up. Nobody's going to answer the call and we wait till it goes to a voicemail, and that's where we get in.
I'm sorry.
How do we actually access the system from there?
I've had a guess at the default administrator's password.
Because people haven't bothered to change it.
No, it's all set up exactly as it left the manufacturer.
So we're inside the system, then what?
Well, once I'm in as the administrator, I have complete control over the system, and I'm going to configure that mailbox so that next time it receives a call, it's going to dial out to our international premium rate number.
So all you need is the default password to have complete control of this phone system and to manipulate it and to make expensive calls to far-flung foreign destinations.
Absolutely, yes. And so as a hacker, I could then collect the revenue from that premium rate number when the calls come in.
Of course, it takes an expert to know all the right codes to enter. And the hackers even have software that dials 10,000 numbers an hour and cracks passcodes in seconds. In the UK, we're the world's 3rd biggest victims. And because the attackers are scattered across the globe, police struggle to catch them.
Once they've run the fraud, and once they suspect that law enforcement are onto it, they can make their entire tracks disappear very quickly indeed. It's not going to be at all easy to get the information that law enforcement need without getting court orders in multiple countries, something for which the resources are just not there. So we need government to actually stand up and take action to put a strategy in place.
Because most of us clearly don't own a phone exchange, we'll be safe from this particular scam. But what we probably do own is one of these. And those premium rate fraudsters have even found a way of worming into our mobile phones without us noticing. They do it by exploiting apps, hugely popular computer programs for mobile phones. But thieves are making fake versions. Download one and you let a hacker into your phone.
We've got an image of what's actually happening inside the phone itself, which gives you an idea of any malicious activity which is happening.
Nitin Lachani works for the premium rate regulator. He's found a particularly nasty fake disguised as several sought-after games. It swindled customers in 18 countries out of £250,000 in just a few days.
So I think I'm getting the best-selling game that's out there right now, so I'm getting it for free. I've downloaded it. What's actually been going on then in the background?
If we have a look at the log, the app is designed to send 3 messages to a premium rate number, and which would instigate 3 messages coming back, which would be the chargeable messages.
Without me knowing it, my phone has sent out 3 text messages, premium rate text messages.
You have been billed £5 there. So,
£5 for each message?
Indeed.
So that's £15 in the blink of an eye. The phone user really wouldn't have any idea that this has happened.
Absolutely. The coding is designed to actually suppress notification of any incoming messages, and it won't tell you of any outgoing messages.
This fake app was removed, and today, in a first for the UK, every mobile user targeted will get a refund. No such luck for the victims of phone exchange scams. Their best bet is to change their passcodes, because the hackers are almost impossible to trace.
Ciaran Jenkins reporting. And for more information about how to avoid being the victim of a scam app on your mobile, you can go to our website, channel4.com/news.